For staying with us. Now, the ANC NEC will begin a three-day meeting today. It will discuss and finalize organizational reports ahead of the elective conference next month. eNCA senior reporter Aviwe Mtila is in Nazareth and joins us this morning. Good morning, Aviwe. Just take us through some of the issues we expect to top the agenda when they finalize those organizational reports.
Good morning, Fundo, and it's raining heavily here at Nazareth, of course, as the African National Congress is set to hold its NEC meeting. It's the last ahead of the elective conference and actually the first in over 2 years given the COVID-19 pandemic. We're seeing cars coming in now. I'm assuming that's either the president of the African National Congress, Cyril Ramaphosa, or the deputy president, given that coat of arms, in fact, just on the side of the convoy that you see walking in, driving in, I beg your pardon here. The majority of them are already inside Mfundo. And of course, we know that we're expecting the organizational report to be delved upon. Yeah, given that we do understand that the elective conference, it will be delivered by the deputy president, given that the SG himself was suspended and the DSG, Jesse Duarte, sadly lost his life. So that organizational report is something that they'll be preparing here. The state of readiness ahead of the conference itself is another issue that will be delved upon here, given that just earlier on in the week, Paul Mashatile, the treasurer of the ANC, did detail that at least 85% of the branches have in fact concluded the BGMs and are ready for the conference. They've met the 70% threshold that's needed, in fact, to go ahead of the conference. We do know, of course, there is that outstanding provincial conference of the Free State. And in fact, I got to have a word with Mkolisi Tukwana, who is, of course, the convener of the PTT there in the Free State, suggesting that their branches have also, I beg your pardon?
All right, it seems we have lost Aviwe there. I don't know, Aviwe, you can actually continue. We just don't have that particular bite, but you can continue. You spoke to Mkolisi Tukwana, and what exactly came of that conversation?
Yes, indeed. Sorry, I just lost you for a second there, Mfundo, but I did have that conversation with Mkolisi Tukwana. I would suggest that, in fact, on the 25th of this month, in November, they'll be holding the elective conference in the Free State, one of the outstanding provinces, in fact, that haven't set for their provincial elective conference. That's set down for the 25th, mentioning that at least 70%, well, over 70% of their branches have also sat down for their BGMs, are ready for the elective conference in December. Another issue, in fact, that might be delved upon inside here is the integrity report. We do understand that the integrity committee is set to detail the contents of that report to the NEC. That's, of course, the top 86, the structure that the deciding body, in fact, between the conferences. So they're going to hear the contents of the integrity report that might also delve upon the contentious Pala issue. Step-aside issue, also one of those issues that might be the bone of contention here, given that Nomvula Mokonyana also mentioned that it will be a hot NEC debate inside here, given that it's their first that they've had in the last 2 years, given the advent, well, first physically, given the advent of COVID-19, and it's their last headed to the elective conference in December.
One does assume that if it's going to be the Integrity Committee just taking them through it, it would be one that would consume a lot of their time. But do we expect perhaps there to be a conversation around ill discipline, those that speak outside of party structures? Because we do know that of late we had the former presidents, the elders of the ANC, having spoken out and criticized the current leadership and other leaderships, and just wisdom in handling certain matters within the party. Do you expect that to also form a great part of discussions today around the discipline and in which forum should leaders speak out?
Well, it's actually something that Nomvula Mokonyana subtly mentioned as she was going inside, speaking to the media outside, saying that she respects people that actually speak vocally and actually express whatever they have, their views inside the NEC meetings, rather than actually having those conversations outside the NEC meeting. She also went on to even criticize the current NEC, saying that it's the weakest NEC that the ANC has ever had, given that they're not active live outside of the ANC themselves. It's people that don't even go to the branch, the BGMs, mentioned that she went to a BGM himself. So you can expect that tongue lashing to actually happen inside here, as of course we're expecting them to meet now for the first time in the advent of COVID-19, where they've been meeting a lot of the time digitally. I just want to see what's happening maybe behind to see if we can come closer, get some of the voices as they come in here, Mfundo, to this, we do understand, the NEC, the last one for the year, but we're not seeing any prominent people. A lot of them have already gone. Seen Premier Oscar Mabuyana Nkosazana Mama Nkosazana going in now. She seems to be in a rush, so I doubt we'll be able to get her. I'm going to try my luck. But of course, they're making their way inside the meeting, which was scheduled to start at 10 o'clock. We ourselves as the media will be briefed. I'm not sure if Umama will have time for us. Mama? How are you doing, Mama? Of the NEC meeting. What are you expecting to come out here today, Mama?
Well, we'll discuss the arrangements of the conference. Yes.
The integrity report will be dealt upon here?
No, I don't know whether it's there or not. If it's there, we'll discuss it.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
And is the party seeming to be ready for the elective conference in December, the feedback that you're getting here?
Yeah, I think we're getting ready for the conference. Yeah.
Okay. And then just on the structure of who might be elected here, we're seeing some of the old names. Any youth perhaps that you're expecting to be elected?
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be lots of young people who will come into the NEC. It's an intergenerational leadership.
All right. Not keeping Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma here, of course, we've seen some of the conversations around the ANC Mfundo that saying that she might be one of those people that are called by the branches to in fact be nominated as president-elect of the African National Congress. Some of the names that we've been hearing here inside. But of course we've heard that integrity report, even Tony Yenyeni mentioning that it's one of those issues that will be dealt upon inside here as the NEC prepares for its final meeting ahead of the elective conference set to take place in December 16th to the 20th of December.
We'll leave it there for now and catch up with you a bit later on once perhaps they have wrapped that all-important meeting for day one at the very least. That's senior reporter Aviwe Mtila out in Nasrec for us as the NEC